Lwamya mwela kuzoa kwa mazi mwangala abulozi eli kumusa kayona. Kinako hape lumitisiza nga litukisoza Makande Mwa Silozi miluka kienela fela malitoho zepanga Makande. YWCA IHAKALEZA BAZAMAISI bali LUMOTIKALA KUHULISA PALO ya BASIZANI BABAPILA ni HIV MONGU. SIKWATA sa OASIS Energy SIBATA KULUMELEZWA ki ERB KUTISA LINWELO LELINCA MAFULA MONGU. BABATUHEZI KUBELEKA mwa 1997 BAIKUPELA ku MUTOMPEHI HICHILEMA KUAMANA ni LITUWELO ZABONA ZELIYEHISIZWE. Ni Makande kakutala kina Mike Moya. SIKWATA sa Young Women's Christian Association YWCA kabukusani mwabulozi sibilaezi fa kwekeza kwa palo ya basizani vao basweli kuyambula koko kwani kakazamaisa butuku bwa mbande mwasikiliti sa MONGU. SIKWATA se sibulela kuli mwinelo wo utiswa ki liteksano za litaba za kwa miseme muhala basizani ni bamatisi bali mbaya vao ba yemisanga mbaya zabona mwatolopo kufita masubaka sesilukselizwe. SIKWATA sa YWCA kachwalo sikupile baiteleli ba mulonganyana kuhatseza matibelelo ko limbaya lilukanela kuyemsezwa teni kutalusa kuli muhato wo ukakona kukusufaza kuyambukela kwa kako kwanika HIV ni kusileleza vana babasizani.
The truck drivers, if you check currently, like for MONGU, we have seen a number of trucks that are moving from one town to another. Because MONGU is a transit to Namibia, and we see a lot of trucks that are parked by the mall, somewhere near the roads department there. Again, that is worrying for us because we don't know how many girls are engaged into transactional sex because of those trucks that are parking there. This will be almost the scenario that we see in Katima Muliro in Sesheke, where girls are being abused, where girls are being coerced into sex by these truck drivers, because they are looking for money. Because they are into transactional sex and so forth. So that is another worry, and as an organization that is advocating for the rights of girls, we would also like to appeal to our council to ensure that we create some control in terms of these truckers who are taking advantage of the young girls. The other appeal also is to the parents to safeguard their girls and ensure that they make informed decisions because they are the future leaders of this country.
Katengo ka Energy Regulation Board ERB kabukusani kahatisilize buniti bwa kuli business ya OASIS Energy ne kupire kufiwasi baka sa kuyahamu yaho wa kunwiseza limota mafula mwamukwa kwa ozwa MONGU kuliba senanga mwasi baka katongo mwasikilitsa MONGU mwabulozi. Kwa mbola falo waile ni Bulozi TV babahulu ba ERB mwa Southern Region boma kaskazwe baize business ya OASIS Energy nengozili ngolo la kufiwa sibaka ni haike kuli katengo ka ERB akasikalumeleza kale mu pulo wo kupetahala bakensa kuli kaswanela kuina fafasi kutatuba ni kunyakisisa mayemo sakata a business ye ni kuli kaswanela kuba ni pampili yezo katengo kakabona fabwe iketo ni pabalelo ya lilalanda kona ka Zambia Environmental Management Agency ZEMA kabukusani.
A clearance of land by unknown people along MONGU Senanga Road in Katongo area of MONGU has raised curiosity among the residents of the area as people wonder what is being constructed. That made this reporter to visit the site and inquire what development projects was being undertaken. The workers on the site confirmed that a new service station was being constructed and that works have been ongoing for a month now. This reporter immediately inquired from the Energy Regulation Board ERB if indeed they are aware of the development.
We had one of our inspectors that came through because before anyone starts constructing a service station, they should have done first what is called an environmental impact assessment with ZEMA. After they are given a go-ahead by ZEMA, they have to come to us to get a construction permit. So OASIS Energy applied for a construction permit for the site, and an inspector came through to do the assessment. We are still processing their application. We haven't yet issued them with a construction permit. They just applied recently, and it was only last week when the inspectors passed through. So once because it's a rigorous process, we have to look at their application, the drawings that they've submitted. Is it are the drawings complying with the national standards for construction of a service station? Once we are satisfied that they meet all the requirements according to the law, then we issue the construction permit.
Some residents of Katongo are excited with the news of the investment in the area.
We so much appreciate the effort being done to construct that filling station, because the filling station will be accompanied by a lot of other opportunities for us businessmen. There will be a lot of people who will be employed there. There will be a lot of people who access service there, and it will add value. More people come and put infrastructure here, business opportunities here, because of the filling stations, and the business opportunity will emerge.
Kamunge nengo kalile kakuli makatongo kwali kusimwa hakuskaeza la kalento tuna efitao na kaolo efitafa kuluna kakuba mayo kikolo yalo nakuli nuna lukone kufuma natuso fali mwaona mungendenga wale kuluna lukone ukubantu sebele tofu nakuli mungata wana bakatoko kafera bakenifa mata badalinjimo.
The service station proprietor, OASIS Energy, seemed determined to expedite the process as evidenced by the clearance of land ahead of ERB final approval of their application. Only hope ERB will expedite the process of awarding the much-needed license. Kutemba Kamiji for Bulozi TV News in MONGU, Western Province.
Katengo ka Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ kabukuswani katatekile mungendenge wa mazazi amabeli kuikambota nilikwata zeshutana mwamongu KUAMANA niliketisa tuna zetaha ili kamulelo wa kutunufaza kozo manako yaliketisa sihulu mwahala babancha bayemeli bakatengo ka ECZ mobulozi bo Nixon kwapu batalusize kuli babancha bafitelela lichika ka babaingolisize kuinga kabelo mwaliketisa mika chwalo kubutoka kuli balutiwe KUAMANA ni butokwa bwabona mwaliketisa le bonkwapu baikelize kufa kupo kubabancha kuli bakone kuinga kabelo kabungata lizazi la liketisa ni kuli bainge kabelo mwakuketa mweteleli yo batabela.
With only a few days remaining before polling day, it is essential that voters have a clear understanding of the electoral process. To support this, the Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ is conducting engagement meetings with youths and youth organizations aimed at promoting peaceful, orderly and credible elections. Speaking during one of the engagements in Western Province, the Regional Electoral Officer Nixon Kwapu urged young people to make informed choices at the ballot box and to reject all forms of electoral violence.
The Commission would like to raise a pool of knowledgeable and enthusiastic young people who can speak to other young people about the operations of the Commission and the electoral process in general, and more specifically about the need to refrain from violence, hate speech, insults and intimidation.
Mr. Nkwapu further noted that young people account for more than half of Zambia's registered voters, making their participation crucial to the country's democratic process.
The youth of Zambia make up more than half of the registered voters, on our current register of voters, which has over 8 million people. Therefore, it is important that you understand your relevance in the conduct of a successful electoral process. I therefore appeal to those of you who are registered as voters to ensure that you turn up to vote during the forthcoming 2026 general election.
Meanwhile, participants have commended the ECZ for the initiative, saying the engagement has not only increased their understanding of the electoral process, but also refreshed their knowledge on key voting procedures ahead of the polling day.
Lukaida influence bale abamukweza alinda meaning likalikasho especially kwa mulambo kwa pila kwa kuluzwe especially na uzira kwa mulambo kufumana misunga emingata ngate bangatene so wezwe encourage kuti konizwa nina nyolo tabana babo wanakulilindwa akintu etusa lusana kweza kwenda supportive yakuli my election yakano kubanyi free and fair.
And I'm glad that when I go out there I will educate my youth to be very much vibrant in this election process so that we can have free and fair, credible elections.
We've learned very important issues. So I would like to encourage my other fellow youths to be participating in this kind of conferences because here we've really learned a lot of things.
Mike Moya for Bulozi TV News in MONGU District, Western Province.
SIKWATA sa bene babanga babeleki ba muso bao bafelize kubeleka mwasilimo sa 1997 bakupire mweteleli wana haye MUTOMPEHI hagainde HICHILEMA kuinga muhato KUAMANA ni LITUWELO ZABONA zeo batolokile kuli ZELIYEHISIZWE kwambola ni Bulozi TV mwa Lusaka batu batarusize kuli balitezi nako yetelele ahulu kwamwela LITUWELO ZABONA asamulaho akubelekela na hafalilimo zengata batolokile tie hoye kubate muso kubayetomosa pilo ni kusaluka kutalusa kulimane babamu sebatimezi basikamwela kale LITUWELO ZABONA.
A group of former public service employees who retired from various government institutions in 1997 has made an appeal to President Hakainde Hichilema to intervene in the long-standing delay in the payment of their retirement benefits. Speaking to Bulozi TV News in Lusaka, the retirees said they have spent more than 3 decades waiting to receive their benefits they earned after years of dedicated service to the nation. They described the prolonged delay as both painful and unjust, adding that many of their colleagues have died without receiving their entitlements.
98 nokubweza mali bali kupromise wakatupe mali twapenge maningi afu mtupeko mali twapenge twali kukona pa Ministry of Justice pa ndila kukona kuvuma paza ni wakatupeko mali please twapenge ngakuli njamwe twalumbu please twapenge bana ngabalenga ne kusukulu
things to be moving forward. We move forward where we started with you. Remember, Mr. President, the time you came at Justice Ministry. If I come into power, I'll do it within 3 months. We are reminding you, Mr. President.
The group also expressed disappointment with the way their case has been handled at the Cabinet Office, saying they have lost confidence in some of the officers responsible for processing their claims, alleging that despite the matter being under the care of designated officials, there has been little to no progress.
Send someone to investigate the PS at Cabinet Office to find out and verify, because we hear the matter was handed over to the Director Technical to hand over the matter to Minister of Justice, Minister of Finance, to pay. People are eagerly waiting for that money. What is going on? A big problem within Cabinet Office, whereby 3 permanent secretaries sat together and made it clear and wrote a recommendation for the payments to be effected. Now, we are losing patience. Why these people are they doing this thing? Because as to what you said that you are supposed to pay us, you signed on our behalf. Quite all right with the funders, but someone is delaying, is applying a handbrake.
They now hope that the heads of state's intervention will finally bring closure to the matter that has remained unresolved for decades, and allow them to receive the benefits they rightfully earn through their years of public service. Margaret Chota, Bulozi TV News in Lusaka.
Lukaishumusa ainyani mihaluka kuta lukazera pili mwatukso ya luna.
Not long ago, many children in Zambia did not go to school because their parents could not afford it. Today, 2.5 million children are back in the classroom, sitting on desks and being fed nutritious meals under the school feeding program. Markets are now peaceful with no cadre violence. Clinics stand where there were none. We did that together. Across Zambia, people are saying the same thing. We are on the right path. We are moving forward. Not without struggle, but always forward. There's still much work ahead, jobs to create, futures to secure. And that's why Bali keeps working day after day. Because just as we delivered free education, we will keep delivering. For every child still waiting and every family still rising. Until progress is something every Zambian feels. We've started the change. Now let's finish the job. On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Makande Mwa Silozi as President of the Republic of Zambia. And let us continue to move Zambia forward together.
In every celebration, there's a simple choice being made. To belong, count me in. In moments of love and promises for tomorrow, count me in. At the checkout line, in the middle of an ordinary day, a reminder that every number matters. Count me in. Across our communities, our streets, the same message finds us. Count me in. From the everyday worker to the hands shaping our future every day, the call is the same. Count me in. And around the traditions that bring us together, the message becomes impossible to ignore. Count me in.
This election season, your vote counts. Get your NRC and voters card ready.
Count me in.
Na mwasi mbuya ni lumeli. Kakola mukabatisa nebe bashemba mina bapepirwe kale. Ina hazeni anelizi nelina nibangi bazona nabali kusamalena. Chole mwasi mbuya sisolo batakutunda mina kachekule humu ukaholofa emu. Shika mpatata bayo. Sesa mabemba ngebe so asamatonga sebe nelikute. Kakuli haiba we noyo natamusala mutu kwa malao zamani muna hai. Kaliba kakukisimbuya. Kinito nayo vatili. Uyo chabwe wa mutu mwandu kisimbuya anaseo vatili.
Baba ipapata kuyemela SIBATA sa gwembe mwandu ya milao mwakopano ya UPND va mwezi liteko zeo katengo ka Food Reserve Agents FRA kabukuswani kalera kuleka mbonyi kutoloka kuli liteko linsfela hande milikatusa balimi kwambola ni Bulozi TV vo Tyson Simuzungili batalusize kuli liteko ze likalumeleza balimi kufumana ngambekelo famasherengi yao baitusize kulima mane ni kubasusueza kuli bakone kulima ahulu mwaha otaha kaho balumbire MUTOMPEHI HAKALEZA HICHILEMA bakensa kubeya njimo kwa pata kutoloka kuli tamahano ya muso mwali lukola njimo kukatiseza sepo tuna kwa balimi.
We want to look at the input costs. This price is reflective of the costs, and as farmers sell, they will be able to recoup what they have spent. And this is a rare kind of leadership from President Hakainde Hichilema. From the time he assumed power, one of his priorities has been agriculture, and he has stood tall to date. And what we are seeing now are fruits of good leadership. So the maize price will help the farmers to produce more and to encourage them to produce more. Because when you reduce prices of maize, it discourages the farmers. And further to that, the president has assured the people of Zambia that they are increasing the numbers of farmers who benefit. I'm so excited.
Hanze lusutelela kwa mafelelezo atukusayaluna na Zambia ikonile kuva ni 19.7 US dollars mwali business kuzwa silimo sa 2021 kufita kalulo ya bubeli ya silimo sa 2026 ili kulatelela katengo ka Zambia Development Agency ZDA kabukuswani ni lipuluko linzeliekeza kwa kuhula kwa business mane ni kutisamisebezi yefita fa 150,000 kwambola kwa babihi ba Makande Mwa Lusaka babahulu bakatengo ka ZDA vo Albert Halwampa batalusize kuli maluko ya bupangi ni buyepi aingile kalulo ya 73% mi Lusaka Copperbelt ni Northwestern ni vile ni 88%. Vo Halwampa batalusize kuli zeka ofela litisiwa kisifumu sesimbwesha fezi kuzela pili kwa kufeza kulifa likoloti lichincheho za milao mane ni mihato ya MUTOMPEHI HICHILEMA KUAMANA nesifumu.
The Zambia Development Agency has announced that Zambia recorded 19.07 billion US dollars in actualized investments between 2021 and the second quarter of 2026, translating investment commitments into tangible business expansion, capital expenditure and job creation. Speaking during a media briefing in Lusaka, ZDA Director General Albert Halwampa said the actualized investments represent nearly 20% of the 97.07 billion US dollars in investment commitments registered during the same period. Mr. Halwampa further said that the investments were released from 838 enterprises that were successfully monitored out of 2,332 licensed and expanding enterprises.
Lusaka province recorded 58,752 jobs, Copperbelt province 56,633, Central Province 12,973, Northwestern Province 11,875, and other provinces combined 907.23. This is your institution, fellow Zambians. And remember, we've said $97 billion committed or pledges, only $19 billion recorded or actualized.
The ZDA Director General attributed the strong performance to improved macroeconomic stability, debt restructuring progress, policy reforms, digitalization of public services, and President Hakainde Hichilema's economic diplomacy.
Imagine what would have happened to the fuel sector. The prices would have skyrocketed. Medicines would have been expensive. Everything would have just been expensive. But because of debt restructuring, we are able to have some resources to spend on behalf of Zambians, hospitals, schools, free education. You are aware that over 2.5 million children have been brought back into school.
He further reaffirmed that the agency remains committed to attracting investments across all provinces to drive inclusive growth and job creation.
So, as an institution, we are here available to make sure that we continue to promote investments like never before.
Margaret Chota, Bulozi TV News in Lusaka.
Likandelale lolufitisize kwa mafelelezo atukusayaluna meluka ikupuza hape litoho zenepanga makande. YWCA ihakaleza BAZAMAISI LUMOTIKALA KUHULISA PALO ya BASIZANI BABAPILA ni HIV MONGU. SIKWATA sa OASIS Energy SIBATA KULUMELEZWA ki ERP KUTISA LINWELO LELINCA la MAFULA MONGU. BABATUHEZI KUBELEKA mwa 1997 BAIKUPELA ku MUTOMPEHI HICHILEMA KUAMANA ni LITUWELO ZABONA ZELIYEHISIZWE. Luitumezi makona kubuha tukso ye nizemu zali tukso zaluna fa TopStar channel 120 mwalibaka zesona sina Mongu, Nalolo, Lusaka, Chongwe, Chilanga libaka ze mwasenanga kalabo mane nilibaka zeinzi mabapa kapa makona kulufumana falike pelaluna la Facebook lona la Bulozi TV fapila abo manjinela kina Mike Moya kozo.